ここが私が生活している寮です。1階にリビングがありますから、どうぞ。
Ooh, looks great. Okay, excuse me.
戻りました。あ、エミーちゃんおかえり。ハルさん、ちょうどよかった。
Oh, that's Haru? I'm pretty sure she told us about her before. She's wearing traditional Japanese clothing, and a hakama at that. The lady with a shiny sheet of light brown tresses running down her back was wearing Japanese clothing. Why was there such a perfect Japanese beauty in a place like this?
このお二方、ハルさんと同じ国からの留学生らしいですよ。ハルがスプリングだって。
Spring. Mm-hmm. So she's also Japanese, huh? What's she doing in London?
日本から来たんですか?
What is she doing in London in 1687? Yes.
日本って今どうなってるんですか?
Well, we're nuclear free, that's for sure. In Japan right now? What's happening? Let me think. Oh god, I gotta think back 330 years. I didn't pay attention in history class. What was with this lady? On our way to the dormitory, I was thinking about how to deal with lots of possibilities. Where did you find these suspicious people? I won't sleep under the same roof as them. I was one of them. If it were that kind of difficult person, I was planning to put up my most apologetic act and hope they agreed to give us shelter. And then... Are they really exchange students? Doesn't that sound a bit fishy? In the case of an especially doubtful person, in order to convey the point that we weren't suspicious. I was thinking about putting on my most apologetic act to make them believe us. But there wasn't any need for that. What's with all the expectation in her eyes? She's like, oh, another Japanese person. Asking what was going on in Japan. That was what I wanted to know. We were 330 years in the past. Can't forget about the extra 30, dude. I didn't know about what was going on over there. What period were they in over there? Edo? Were samurai with top knots and katanas bossing everyone around the norm right now? Or about now or something? I didn't know. I hadn't expected this. I couldn't play the feel sorry for me card. Yotsuko, do you know? Please tell me you paid attention in history class. What were you gonna say, Yotsuko? The what now? She seems to know what she's talking about. I'll let you take the lead, Yotsuko. Yotsuko, you knew about history as well as science? Damn, double major right there. I thought remembering the names of the shoguns was useless, but it has its moments sometimes, huh? Yep, yeah, it has its moments when you're like suddenly traveled back in the past 330 years ago, which is, let's be honest here, not your everyday common occurrence. I guess that you're not just allowed to kill and slaughter anything you want, right? Compassion for living things means probably animals. Got him. But all living things, so like plants too? That's actually kind of a good question, although I doubt it. No, we're all vegan. But well, about that was bad. Very bad, Yotsuko. Everyone's appetite for details was whetted because you fed them info without thinking. How are we meant to respond? What should we say? I mean, if we lie, doesn't that kind of change the course of history as well? Although, whatever the hell we've done up until this point doesn't really seem to matter, right? Because, at least not to the drastic extent that history has rewritten itself. Because then wouldn't it kind of change in the moment? Like, similarly, if you... I mean, I'm solely basing this off of the Back to the Future movie, right? The moment he sort of prevented his parents from meeting, right? Or meeting at that exact moment when, obviously, you know, because that's something as well, right? If you prevent, for example, this hypothetical scenario where you go back into the past, you prevent your parents, or delay just the meeting between your parents by like 10 seconds or a minute or an hour, something like that, right? It could mean that you were not born as you, because then maybe, you know, maybe a different sperm won out, I don't fucking know. But, you know, just tiny fucking details like that, it kind of, but... Because in the movie there, he started to disappear in that moment. So I would imagine if you change something drastically, that it starts to like morph and alter in that moment. Or it could be instant as well. Or it would have already happened anyway because blah blah blah. I don't know, time travel's so fucking complicated. What should we say? We were discussing the 5th Shogun's stupid law at the entrance of a dormitory in England. You can overcome this abnormal situation, but I didn't know what to do. But... Right, because what if you accidentally step on an insect or something, right? Or a bug, or there's a mosquito that's extra annoying. You can't do shit about it. I mean... No matter what you do in your life, at some point, you're gonna kill something, okay? Right? I'm pretty sure at this point in my life, I'm a fucking mass murderer, okay? Sure, it's mainly like ants and bugs and spiders or you know, tiny shit like that, but that would count under this law as living things, right? Yeah, animal protein is important for anyone's diets. That's why we left the country? Yeah, it's gotten so ridiculous, man. I almost stepped on an ant and I was about to be arrested if we hadn't fled the country. So that's the backstory you've created for us, huh, Yotsuko? Yeah, totally. Yeah, really? Yotsuko! Didn't we, decide not to tell anyone about that? Sorry. Oh, I got it. Yeah, that was supposed to have been happening. Japan was supposed to have broken their relationships with other countries, at least until the black ships led by Perry forced their way in. Ah, so that's what happened in 1687? Or around that time period? Edo Shogunate? The skills is getting bigger and bigger. Nippon! Buenissimo! Why did we suddenly speak Spanish? It was a coherent reason, if nothing else. I couldn't deny that it was a giant stretch, but it was a coherent stretch as long as it's coherent. You did well connecting that stupid law of mercy for living things with us, Yotsuko. Great thinking. I got the feeling this scale may have been a little large though, but it seemed to have been out of our hands now. We changed the Edo Shogunate with our own hands. Let's go with that. Yes, Yotsuko. I'm so blessed to have known you all my life.
一大事だよ。日本とイギリスの一大事だよ。
It's not that big of a deal.
私、すぐに事務局に確かめてきます。
Oh, no, don't bother going through that trouble, Emmy. No.
お二人の寮がまだ決まってないなら、この寮で生活できるように、なんとか取り計らってみます。
No need to go that far. I could never ask you to do such a thing, but thank you very much. We're counting on you.
早速行ってきます。
Fighting, Emmy. Damn. We sure. Oh shit! She came back.
まだお二人の名前聞いていませんでした。
Oh fuck! What names do we give? Yeah. We are. Yotsuko and I exchanged glances. Should we make up like different names? Probably more fitting for this time period, or not? Our real name should be fine, I think. Yotsuko gave a small nod. I'm Asanaga Shuiji, and she's Atanake Yotsuko. There are 4 names around here, so they might be a little hard to remember though.
Utakane Yotsuko です。よろしくお願いします。
Utakane.
修二さんにヨツコさん。私はエミー・フェルトンと申します。この寮で生活しながら大学で働いています。
エミー・フェルトン。
私はつくもはるです。私も日本人なんだけど、一度も日本に行ったことがないんだ。
Ah, so you were born here. Tsukumo Haru. Huh?
鎖国中ですから。おじいちゃんの代でこっちに来て、そのまま帰れなくなっちゃったの。
Ah, I see.
何人かそういう方がいるのは聞いています。朝長修二さんに歌金よつこさん。よし、覚えました。ちょっと確認してきますね。
Okay, yeah, it is possible that our names are not on the list for whatever silly, weird reason. It's probably just a, registration error or something like that. But we're totally on there, though.
ね、立ち話もなんだし、中にどうぞ。
Sure. Yeah, thank you.
お邪魔します。今お茶出すね。あ、では。そこの桶で流してね。
Following Haru-san with my eyes, I noticed that she used a bucket like one used in bathrooms to fill the pot with water for the tea. Do you mean there's no water supply? I mean, yeah, 1687. I doubt they'd have working faucets everywhere.
ないですよ。水道も電気もガスも。
Holy shit. I seriously cannot fathom what life was like 330 years ago. Because you're just so accustomed to having running water at all time. Electricity, gas, all the... what for us is basically necessities right now, I guess. But back then, they managed to survive without that shit. I mean, obviously if you don't know any better, then for them, that's the best living conditions there is, so they're fucking happy with that, of course. But damn, this just sounds so primitive to me. Fuck. Essential utilities completely gone. Right. Fuck. I need to adjust. Right. I poured some water into the bucket and washed my hands. Thinking about it, we'd had a pretty rough day. Escaping from the burning underground dome, taking apart the scorched telescope. Not telephone! Not yet. Naturally, the water in the bucket turned pitch black in a matter of seconds. Yeah. Oh. Haru-san made some tea for me and Yotsuko. Thank you. A single sip was all it took for that delicious flavor to permeate through my body. This is good. Really good. Delicious tea. Haru looks so happy, or kind of like interested. She's like, oh, fellow Japanese people. And that's the thing, right? She probably feels a connection to Japan despite never having been there. And now that she's meeting people that actually have kind of been there, at least she thinks not too long ago, she's like really curious, like, oh, what's it like in my country? But yeah, we're not really able to give a great depiction of that either. I just have to go off of my history lessons. We're just kind of nervous. If we can't stay here tonight, we really have nowhere to go.
それならきっと大丈夫だよ。
I mean, you seem like nice, good people. I'm sure you wouldn't just kick us out like that, right?
エミーちゃんね、ちょっとそそっかしいところもあるけど、すっごくしっかりしてるんだよ。大学のみんなからも信頼されてるし、エミーちゃんならきっとなんとかしてくれるよ。
That would be nice.
ねえ、よかったらもっと日本のことを聞かせてほしいな。
About Japan? See, I knew it. I knew it.
二人が着てるその服、日本の服？
Actually, your clothes are more Japanese than what the hell we're wearing right now. Crap. We certainly did buy them in Japan, but they're not like, you know, typical Japanese clothing, Japanese fashion, but they were way too modern. That's right, but... Uh-oh, she's like, you handle this one, dude. Hey, don't follow up Yotsuko.
私の服もお家にあった日本の服なんだけど、今はこういう服着ないのかな?
Oh no, they definitely do. Even in 2017, they still kinda do, but it's more saved for like, you know, special occasions.
もしかして私遅れてる？袴が最先端だと勝手に思ってた。
No, girl, don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry. It's not out of date. You're still following the fashion trends, okay? No, they do wear them. You could say it's the golden age for them, actually. How should I put it? We're just way more avant-garde, I think.
そうなの?
Mm-hmm, totally avant-garde. Of course. Besides, it really suits you, so I don't think there's any problem with it.
そうかな? 日本の人から見ても似合ってる?
Definitely. It did suit her. It suited her so well. She could have entered my top 3 without breaking a sweat.
照れるな。でもありがとね。
Don't mention it. Wow, Yotsuko, damn. She's just like, yep, not even gonna bother with this. What was with the super soft atmosphere in this conversation? I got hooked by the warm tea and ended up getting snuggled up into the conversation. Could I really afford to be making small talk with the mountain of problems I had weighing down on me? Thinking about it, ever since I had reunited with Yotsuko, every single girl that had appeared was nothing short of beautiful. What was happening? What had happened to my life? Was I suddenly popular or something? Suddenly. If that were the case, ignoring the whole 300 years in the past thing, it ain't so bad, is it? I felt I got rather lucky. Yes?
なんでガッツポーズしてるんですか? 何か打開策でも?
I'm just, you know, I'm feeling the typical male visual novel protagonist, just power, I suppose, right? Of being surrounded by 20 girls. No, it's nothing.
ねえねえ、今日本ではどんなことが流行ってるの? 教えて.
Well, no helping hand. Come on, Yotsuko. You're the one that started this whole thing. Edo period. Alright, let me think. Edo period. Thinking about Edo culture. Teach her about spring paintings, teach her about sushi. Is sushi really Edo period though? I have no idea. I feel like spring paintings, I mean, art is something that sort of transcends throughout time, or sort of, right? It's something that's obviously from a really long time ago, and it's something that evolves over time. But there are fucking cave paintings when people were cavemen, you know. So art is definitely something that is started all the way back before even 1687, of course. And spring kind of works well, right? Her name was Haru. Spring paintings. I feel like this is the most appropriate thing to kind of teach her about instead of sushi, because even if it were invented / created or eaten around this time period, I don't think we could even do anything with it, right? It's not like we can make sushi here. Edo culture has something called spring paintings. What else? You didn't help me. Well, Haru-san, it's related to her because of her name and stuff. Yeah, exactly. You know, Haru, spring, right?
何どういうこと？
Let me explain. Alright. Sensei is in the building. I straightened up and faced Haru-san with my head held high. Alright. Spring paintings, the art of spring, also called the art of youth. Your name is written the same way as these springtime art pieces, Haru-san. Exactly. Look at like the passion in her eyes.
うわー、私と同じ名前。私の名前は季節の春なんだよね。
Exactly. The one and only.
ということは、春の風景か？春には桜って花が咲くんでしょ？
Oh yeah, sakura is basically the most important thing in spring, or the only thing you ever, at least from probably like a foreigner perspective. I actually don't know. Do people in Japan regard the cherry blossom trees to be like something really special as well for them? They probably do, right? Considering, like, think back on how many visual novels I've played. I feel like at least half of them play themselves out during the spring, and they always mention like just cherry blossoms, the beauty of it, and whatever, right? It's actually a very common depiction in visual novels, cherry blossoms. Exactly! Cherry blossoms are an essential part of Japanese springs. Nevertheless, the spring in these pictures is deeper than that. Let me just try and impress this girl, okay, Yotsuko?
どう深いの？
Really deep. The spring in spring paintings are
春画の春は？
the tight and passionate. Great word choice, Shuiji. Tight and passionate.
くんずほぐれつ？
Yes. Totally. Tight and passionate. Yes. That youthful spring in which men and women seek each other. That's truly the peak of spring's painting's magnificence. What blooms in spring is not the cherry, but the lotus blossom. We have to tell the world about how open sexual culture flourished during the Edo period. It's the pride of our country. Totally. People were fucking like crazy. Yes, that's what spring paintings are. Drawing the way men and women love each other. The absolute peak of Edo culture. I mean, if you think back on like art styles, like Renaissance or whatever, right? There are a lot of like men and women naked in those paintings, right? It's definitely not strange to just see like a bare boob in one of them. Hey,
私の名前がくんずほぐれつ。
I mean, I don't know if you're tight and passionate. I don't know.
浅長くん。浅長くんの青い春はいつ来るんでしょうね。
I'm already in full bloom, baby. Rude. Oh, that was a fucking virgin joke, wasn't it, huh? God damn it, Yotsuko. Should have seen that one coming. Oh.
お待たせしました。すみません。ちょっと手続きに時間取られちゃいました。
That's alright, Emmy. Procedure?
はい。やっぱりお二人とも今のタームから編入してくる留学生のリストに入っていなくて。
Uh-oh. But you don't say. Yeah, I mean that made sense. I'm pretty sure they didn't expect two people from the future to suddenly pop up. We came from 330 years in the future, after all. I would have been more surprised if we were actually on that list.
でも、お二人はハルさんの故郷をより良い国にするため、わざわざここまで来たんです。
Exactly, we're here to save Japan, okay?
そんなことで追い返すわけにはいきません。
Oh, Emmy, you're an angel. Thank you.
今もね、少し日本のこと聞いてたんだ。だから、今晩はこの寮でお預かりさせていただきます。お二人はそれでも良いでしょうか？
In this dormitory? Wait, they'll let me? we exchanged glances once again. It was the best we could have hoped to ask for.
今空き部屋が3部屋ありますので2部屋ご案内しますね。あれ？
Yes? Emi-chan was watching us with a curious face. Why was that? Well, our get-ups would probably look suspicious to someone from this
お
era.
二人ともお荷物はそれだけ？
Oh yeah, you never
随
fucking
分
guessed.
軽装ですけど。
We actually lost our fucking luggage. Ah, she was right. I didn't have the suitcase I had dragged all the way from the airport anymore. Wait, had I forgotten it somewhere? If I had, it might be really bad. If someone were to pick it up and look inside of it, it was packed to the brim with stuff from 300 years in the future.
幼君、私たちの荷物、多分あの小屋に。
And considering that cabin wasn't transported together with us, right? I'm guessing it's safe to say that the luggage also stayed behind in 2017. Like everything that was attached to our body, right? Clothes, stuff that was in our pockets, things like that was actually attached to us in some way or another. I think those are the only things that travel with us back 330 years and not anything else.
大きな荷物は1階に置いたままでした。そして多分この時代に来たのは地下の部分だけ。
Yeah, I think so. That makes sense. Then our luggage is... So we only had what was in my backpack and Yotsuko's pouch, huh?
もしかしてどこかに忘れてきちゃいました？
No, it's fine. It should arrive later. Right, Yotsuko? Yeah, we... our luggage is coming with the next boat from Japan.
ええ、そうですね。後から届くといいですね。
I don't know how long a boat trip is from Japan to England, but on the next one, it should definitely be here. Yeah, that's what happened.
そうですか。今夜のお着替えとか大丈夫ですか？夜は結構冷えますけど。
Oh really? I mean, it is London after all, right? Oh shit. We don't have heating or anything? Ah, shucks. Guess I'll just have to find another way to keep myself warm at night. What do you say, Yotsuko? We'll figure something out.
本当ですか？修二さんはまだしも、よつこさんも？わがまま言える立場ではありませんから。そんなことは、もうお二人も私の大切な友人なんですからね。
Already? We only just met Emmy. Although I'm glad you regard us as dear friends already. Wow.
ちょっとよつこさん、来てください。
Why does she have that look on her face? Where they going? Emmy-san sure seems energetic.
そうだね。いっつもこうやって場を明るくしてくれるんだよね。
I see.
それにしてもアリスちゃん遅いな。どうしたんだろう。
Alice. Oh, the twin-tailed girl, right? Huh?
あ、この寮にはね、もう一人仲間がいるんだよ。
The female Newton.
おかしいな。もう帰ってくると思うんだけど。ハルさん。
Huh? You changed clothes already? Wasn't that a bit too fast? Turning around, Emmy-san came down from the stairs with tears welling in her eyes.
どうしたの、エミちゃん。
Is she sad or happy?
私が先走りすぎました。私では力になれないみたいです。
What did she do? Why is she sad? What had happened? Damn it! What did Yotsuko say to her? Was it really necessary to put this innocent headband-wearing maid on the spot with another weird theory?
足りないんです。私の服じゃ。
Oh, they don't fit her? Ah, this Yotsuko's a thick girl, that's why. Not big enough? Oh! Oh, that's, yeah, I mean, yeah, Yotsuko did seem to be kinda gifted in the chest area, I suppose. Oh, holy crap.
距離がおよそ 85mm ほど足りないと思われます。他の部分は許容範囲なのですが。
Yeah, totally. Because she always takes her 3 measurements, right? Why is it always the same with you?
他の部分が許容範囲なのが逆に傷つきます。
Holy crap. But wait, this is 1687. Did he already have bras back then? Because what she's kind of wearing right now as well, right? That's gotta be also pretty, head scratching for Emmy.
エミさん、すみません。せっかくのご好意を。
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she meant to be insulting, right? Oh, your chest area is too small for me.
いいんです。私こそすみません。差し出がましいことを。
I mean, to be fair, it's alright like this. I honestly don't mind.
いいえ、本当に無理やりにでも入れられればよかったのですが。
You're still gonna say it?
もう縛ってください。その美しい警告。これ以上見ていられません。
Hey, Emmy, don't be selfish. I want to keep looking at the beautiful valley.
しまいたいのは山々なのですが、前が閉まりません。
Valley? More like mountains. 2 mountains, side by side.
私の寝巻き貸すね。よつこちゃん、上行こう。朝永くん、エミちゃんをよろしくね。
Alright, I'll try my best. Okay.
通をおかけします。つくもさん。
Oh, don't worry about it. No trouble caused.
いいの、行こう。
Whew.
修二さん。
It's okay, Emmy, okay? It's okay. You may not be as gifted with your chesticles compared to Yotsuko, but at least you're not as small as Alice. Yes?
修二さんたちの国の女性はみんななんですか？
Not really. It's kind of weird, right? Like, usually I think it's kind of stereotypical where they say that Asian girls tend to have smaller boobs, but then, you know, if you look at certain right places online, there are some Japanese girls that are really gifted in that department. Huh? Like what?
ハルさんもヨツコさんもスタイルが良すぎます。
I think they're just, you know, lucky and gifted. No, they're kind of the exception, definitely. From an international point of view, I'd say we're pretty small people. Yeah. That's kind of the what I heard as well.
私自分が嫌になります。
Aw, Emmy, be happy with what you got, okay? Don't compare yourself to others. Oh boy. Tell her about the value of modest boobs. Explain that it's not a problem of size. Tell her about the value of modest boobs. I mean, boobs are boobs, right? I've given this speech many times before. Boobs are boobs. Doesn't matter the size. Big boobs are nice, they're fine, but as long as you have boobs, you have boobs. And when you have boobs, you're amazing. Right? So, even if they're modest, if they're tiny, even Alice's boobs are just, they're boobs too. They count, they matter. Flat chest is still a chest. So we gotta teach her to appreciate what she got. Flatty, huh? Hey, what, dude? What the fuck? What? That's how you're gonna start this conversation, this pep talk off, by calling her a flatty? She's not that flat, let's be honest. Unless there's like a crinkle in her uniform that makes it seem like it's bigger than they actually are, but... dude, what the fuck?
修二さん、今なんて？
See? Even she can't believe it. She's expecting me to, like, you know, try and cheer her up, and we're just kicking her down even more, calling her flatty. It's a popular term back home. Flatty. Oh, it means you have small boobs.
そうなの？
Oh, you didn't know? That's right. We went out of our way to create a word to refer to them. A word for all the modest chests out there.
わざわざ新しい言葉をそんなことだけのために
Of course, because even the flatties in this world deserve their own word. Do you know why?
いいえ
Well, I'm about to teach you, Emmy. Think about it for a moment. Just think. Think hard and long. Emmy-san. Alas, Emmy-san. Emmy, when do you get the desire to name something?
何名前お気に入りのぬいぐるみとか
Sure. Your favorite. Good approach. And that means that somebody loves flat-chested people too. Somebody out there.
つまり愛着が湧いた時
Might not be me particular, although I still love him. Indeed, when love comes, you put it into words. We Japanese men created the word because we love smaller chests. Flatties are our passion.
すごい
Mm-hmm. We love our lollies too. I love flatties. Uh-oh, were we a bit too straightforward, Emmy? Don't eat me. Follow up.
わかりました
Be passionate about your flatness, Emmy. I love flatties. Say it with me.
好きだ
There we go. Flatties are heavenly.
神だ
Yes. Big boobs can't even compare. Shuji, be careful with your words.
巨乳がなんだ
Flat reigns supreme.
感動は我にあり
Yes.
感動は我にあり
Do you get it now?
分かってもらえましたか
No, you were supposed to answer that, not repeat it. Yeah, you don't have to repeat after me anymore. I was asking you something.
ああそっかはい
Good job though, Emmy, good job.
よくわからないけど修二さんが励ましてくださってるのはよくわかりました
You didn't get it? Really? That was like my most inspiring speech about flat-chested boobs.
何してんだお前たち
Uh-oh. There she is. Whoa!
アリスさんおかえりなさい
She scares me a little bit.
なんでお前がここにいるんだよ
You're the girl from the fire, and you know, I kind of gave you a nipple twist. The one that wasn't soft. That's
お
why.
前また胸の話してなかったか
Yes, we were, but come on, I was actually teaching her about the power of flatties, okay? Which does include you yourself, Alice.
さっきまとめて2人分も触っといてまだ足りんのかサルメ
Hey.
エミーも気をつけろよこいつ油断も隙もないぞ
That was just an accident. At least give me a
そう
chance.
だかだいたいあの火事もお前たちがやったんじゃないのか
Whoa, what? Excuse me? You're blaming the fire on me? No.
エミー悪いことは言わん今すぐ追い出せ
Wait.
お前もおとなしく出ていけ
But they let me stay here.
あ、アリスちゃんおかえり
Haru likes me too. If you put it to a vote, it's 2 against 1. Haru and Emmy like me, okay?
いえその女までここにいるのか
先ほどの
Ooh, I mean, Yotsuko certainly got something that fit her better this time.
あれアリスちゃん二人のこと知ってるの
We may just like briefly run into her, you know?
考え事してるところを焼き殺されそうになった上に押し倒されて胸まで触られたんだ
Well, I did no such thing. Not the first part of it. At least try and phrase it more positively.
どういう状況
焼き殺そうとしたというのは誤解です。押し倒して胸を触ったというのは事実です。
You could have left out the second part, Yotsuko. That wasn't necessary. You didn't really need to go out of your way to point out that last thing, right?
2人を押し倒してその胸を同時に67秒間触り続けたというのが真実です。
Yeah, I remember, trust me. I remember very clearly, okay? Or that either! Why, you little... Uh-oh, we're starting to lose them. Yotsuko? Not good. Everything was going smoothly for us. So why? The mood got ruined.
なんでその焼身殺人未遂並びに婦女暴行犯のお前がこの寮にいるんだ。
Hey, that's a strange combination. A rapist arsonist. Does that mean I rape arsonists, or am I both? You're killing my
身
reputation!
から出たサビですね。
You're on their side, Yotsuko? Why does this feel like 4 against 1? Yotsuko! Whose side are you on? Don't you care if I get thrown outside?
アリスさん、お二人はハルさんと同じ国からいらっしゃった留学生で。留学生だと？
Yeah.
事務局の手続きに行き違いがあって今日泊まる場所がないそうなんです。おい待て、まさかこいつらをここに泊めるつもりか？
To be honest, that's kind of what
ために
we...
決まってる。すぐに追い出せ。
Come on now!
アリスちゃん、
Alice!
野宿はかわいそうですよ。100歩譲って女はいいとしてこの男はダメだ。この寮に男を泊めるなど意味がわからん。
Come on, what would I do? I don't mind as long as you let her stay. I'll be
何
fine.
ですかそれ。一人で野宿する気ですか？
I mean, if I have to, I guess I'd rather not, but if it comes to that, I can just stay in the underground dome.
アリスちゃん、一晩だけだし泊めてあげようよ。
I mean, what's the worst that can happen in one night? Sure, I could rape you, sure, I could put you on fire, you know, rapist, arsonist and all that, which is entirely false, by the way.
そうですよ。修二さん、そんな私たちを襲ったりなんかしないですよね。
No! Definitely not. Of course I
よく
wouldn't.
言うな。こうか不幸か、この寮の壁そんなに厚くないですし、
Yeah.
何かあったら大きな声を出しましょう。
Right. Hey, but hey, you're kind of already assuming that something might happen, which it wouldn't. Zero trust,
ダ
huh?
メに決まってるだろうが。今すぐ追い出せ。何かあってからじゃ遅い。でもさすがにまだ夜は寒いし、だいたい事務手続きの行き違いだと。どうも怪しいな。
Oh, come on.
おい、お前。
You're the only one who's actually questioning it. God damn it, Alice.
こ
Yes?
のテンブリッジに何を学びに来たんだ。
Fuck. Everything.
春と同じ国からって大陸の最果ての島なんだろ。
Yes? Farthest end? Well, it is there. It was all the way across Eurasia. Japan really was on the opposite end of the
なんで
world.
わざわざこの大学まで来たんだよ。
We explained it to them already. Like we're going to save Japan?
お前の国には大学もないのか？
Not good ones with these kind of cute girls? Well, wait a minute. One question at a time.
隙を見せるとまたセクハラしそうだからな。
What? What? I can't think and assault at the same time, okay? No. I'm not interested in touching your second back again.
どういう意味だ？
You know what it means, Flatty.
修二さん、さっきチッパイが好きだ
Oh
って
shit.
言ってたじゃないですか。
Right. Oh fuck. Huh?
チッパイ？なんだよそれ。
You don't need to know, Alice.
日本の言葉？あの叫びは嘘だったんですか？
No. I love Flatties. They're just not the only things I love. No, I wasn't lying. I
チ
just...
ッパイが好きだ。
I love Flatties. We're doing that now?
巨乳がなんだ。
Big boobs? I can't utter that. I can't utter that sentence. Stop!
幼永君、一体何をしていたんですか？
Uh-oh. They do not look happy with me right now.
やっぱり追い出そう。
Come on!
アリスちゃん、あのね、実は私も 2人にいてほしい
Yes!
って思ってるんだ。
Haru is the only one who's on my side. Haru-san? A goddess? Was she a goddess?
春が？なんでだよ。私たちの国ね。今外から入れないの。
1678. Edo period. Wait, this is 9 years before right now. My isolated homeland,
そ
Japan.
れは知ってる。前に春から聞いたよ。2人はね、私と同じで日本で学べないことをここまで勉強しに来たんだって。私、おじいちゃんからは日本には大学はないって聞いてたけど、まだできてないんでしょ？
Wait, there really aren't any universities? My eyes darted towards
ケンブ
Yotsuko.
リッジ大学ほど体系的に学問を教えている機関は日本にはまだありません。
Yeah, there's nothing that even comes close to Tenbridge. Because it was the Edo period, huh?
私も2人からちょっとでも日本のことを聞きたくてね。
Yeah, come on, would you deprive Haru of the chance of learning more about her home native country? Her motherland? Haru-san looked my way and gave me a wink that Twin Tails didn't see. Was Haru trying to kill me? A hidden wink. An adult lady's hidden wink. Oh my god. Do you know what kind of power that has on a virgin like me? Was Haru-san trying to kill me with cuteness? Are you trying to kill me with cuteness, Haru-san?
アリスさん、お二人をこの寒空の下に追い出したらきっと寝覚めも悪いですよ。
Exactly. Think about your conscience. Think about your conscience, Alice.
いや、そういうのは全くないんだが。
Could you really... the opposites?
今晩だけなんだろうな。
Yes. Just one night, I swear. We'll find something different. Of course.
そのままなし崩し的にこの寮に住み着いたりするなよ。
Do I have to promise that? Of course.
夜が明けたらすぐにでも出ていけ。いいな。
That's a bit early. After laying it all out, her beautiful blonde twin tails swayed as she walked up the stairs. It seemed I had somehow gotten the pardon for the night.
よかったね。
Whew. Thank you so much, Haru-san. Yeah, you saved me. It looked like it was gonna go either way. I could have possibly been kicked out.
でも、もうアリスちゃんが嫌がることしちゃダメだよ。
I promise I will try and not touch your flat chest again, okay?
先走らないようによく言って聞かせます。
I mean, if I need to get my flat urges out, we got Emmy anyway, right?
じゃあお二人の部屋ご案内しますね。
Whew. Emi-san explained everything about the rooms to us. What's there to explain? No electricity, no water, and of course, the worst of all, no Wi-Fi. No gas lamps either, just candles. 330 years, you can't forget about the 30, my dude. I realized just how much humanity had progressed in that time. It sure was hard, wasn't it? After setting my backpack against the wall and sitting down on the bed, I felt something stiff at my side. What? When you felt something was out of place, you'd put your hands on it. Oh yeah, I'd put the notebook I picked up inside my pants. Ah, that's gotta be Alice, I'm pretty sure. The notebook belonged to Alice, I'm sure. A notebook that belonged to a Tenbridge student from 300 years in the past. I opened it up and flipped through it a little bit. The brown paper was chock full of writings made with black ink. It was filled with sketches of lab equipment, formulas, and scribbles. The things written on it looked pretty organized and well written. This truly was the best university in the world. The students from 300 years in the past were pretty hardworking too, huh? Looked like they were used to writing this much. Meanwhile, Japan was loved by a dog-loving shogun. It had only been a few days since my reunion with Yotsuko at the train station in Japan. Thinking calmly about it, we had taken a plane, then hopped right into the bus that took us to the Tenbridge district. Just a few hours ago. I'd somehow seen like a distant memory. Actually, those were things that would happen in 300 years. It's kind of weird, right? Something that happens 330 years in the future from now seems like the distant for us. The distant past. Right. It wasn't time to look at the notebook. The mysterious part from the evidence that took us 330 years into the past. What is this thing? Yes? I hurriedly put the fuse back in my pocket. Oh, hey, Yotsuko. Oh, Yotsuko. I placed the notebook on top of the desk and opened the door. Yotsuko stood in front of me, wearing a borrowed nightgown. Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at it. I took it out of my pocket and handed it to Yotsuko. Yeah, it seemed to be missing something. Looks like it. Speaking of regular fuses, I imagine whatever was inside of that fuse, right? That somehow gave us the power to travel in time, it was used up, right? So whatever that fuse was filled, we have to kind of refill it to be able to use it again, to be able to travel in time again, I think. They were usually used in electric circuits to stop the flow of electricity when there was too much current. But while this was shaped like a fuse, it was empty inside. It may have been a vacuum. But what other forms of like power, energy is there? No, I didn't get the feeling it moved with electricity when I saw it, so I don't think it does. I would have known if it were an electrical circuit. I'd been fiddling with those since I was a kid, but that device's mechanism was clearly different from an electric circuit. The power sources in this era are... I see. Then, what was powering it? If it were a steam engine, its scale would have been bigger than an electric circuit. We just inserted the key into the telescope and turned it. Alright then, we'll go to the underground dome again tomorrow. Even so, even if we couldn't manage to get that device running, what would happen to us? No, better not to think about that. Yotsuko said while looking out the window. Oh, okay. Oh, you wanna go? Out to get some fresh air? Yeah, this is a big balcony. 17th century England. Why would Japanese people from the 21st century like us in a place like this? I was so overwhelmed that my mind just couldn't keep up, and after a day filled with chaos, we had somehow managed to secure beds for the night. The thing is, the idea of like traveling in the past seems really cool to me, but what I would only ever do it if I had a guarantee that I can go back whenever I wanted, right? Like, it would be cool to just go back, like, oh yeah, let's go back a couple hundred years and see what the fuck was going on back then. But I don't want to be stuck in that time period, okay? I don't want to be stuck there. If I would just visit there for like a couple hours and like, alright, I'm sick, time to go back to 2017, phew, then I'll just go back. That would be really cool, right? Then I would certainly do it. Otherwise, hell no. We gazed at the night sky from the balcony of the building. I should have already reached my limits, both mentally and physically. But as we looked up at the sky, I felt my body become lighter for some mysterious reason. Uh-oh. Are we slowly disappearing? It's kinda beautiful. More than the sky from our time, because there's no light pollution. Huh? Did she say no? She said no. At a moment like this, it's not more beautiful? Oh god.
考が途切れることです。
And what is everything? Your heartbeat was like 1.08. Now it has to stop your thought process for 1.8 seconds for something to be considered beautiful in your eyes? Again with that.
美しい、かっこいい、全部同じです。
I mean, they're synonyms.
全部 1.8 秒なんです。その間、対象物のことで
No,
頭がいっぱいになる。
I disagree, okay? For me, pretty, that 1.3 seconds. Pretty is 1.3 seconds. Attractive, that would be a good 1.6 seconds. And beautiful for me is actually a 2 full seconds, okay? If I can't think straight for 2 full seconds, that means you're beautiful to me.
1.8 秒の支配が綺麗の正体です。
No, I have a higher standard of beauty, okay? But you fall on that standard, Yotsuko.
だから綺麗なものというのは他と比べてどうこうという話にはなりません。
You're way too blunt about things. Okay, listen here. I'll just look up at the stars and say, they're beautiful, right? And then you'll reply, indeed they are. At least that's what a normal human being does. Look, they look so pretty all together like that. Let's get a good night's sleep, wash away all of the disasters that happened today, and find a way to return to the future tomorrow. We'll make sure things work out beautifully.
今、浅永君が言った綺麗は視覚情報ではなく概念を形容していますよね。
Yep.
その場合の定義は
Oh god. Whatever, you're a pain.
何ですか面倒くさいって。傷つきました。もう寝ます。おやすみなさい。
Because you're trying to define everything when it kinda doesn't need to be. No, wait. We're in the same boat in this world. Let's try to get along better.
提案の内容が抽象的で返答のしようがありません。
How is it too abstract? We just need to be nice to each other, not fight. Yotsuko-san, have you ever felt like it's hard to keep on
ない
living?
ですけど。
I want to have more fun
私は
conversations.
楽しいですけど。
You call this fun? Oh, sorry, what is your definition of fun? Please elaborate, Yotsuko. I guess you have your own idea of sensitivity too, don't
浅
you?
永君、
What is
どう
it?
して物理やめたんですか？
What?
ずっと憧れていたアカデミア、どうして受けなかったんですか？
Cause shit happens. Well, why did she rub salt in my wound as if it were nothing? It was always like that. I get disoriented by her, then lose track of my words when I got to the heart of the matter. I got bored.
嘘ですよね。
I'm not lying. I'm having fun making music right now. I may not be good at it, but at least I'm having fun, okay? And it makes me happy when people listen to it. Grandpa always made me study and get into science. This was the first thing I had ever chose to do myself. I could ask you why too, Yotsuko. Why did you have to drag me all the way here? She had appeared out of nowhere and dragged me into this after not seeing each other for so long.
私は浅永君と会えなくなってしまってからも、おじいさんに教わった通り、ずっと計測を続けてきました。
He told you to do that? Fucking grandpa.
浅永君ともおじいさんとも会えなくなってしまって、寂しいと思った時も、悲しいと思った時も、
Aww.
自分の心を計測して、気持ちを定義すれば不安はなくなる。
I feel like you can't measure feelings, right? Feelings are kind of abstract. Kind of. You can't really. It's so hard. You can't measure or define feelings. That's like impossible. I remember too. That's what Grandpa taught her. When you feel uneasy, measure, find the source of that feeling and define it. If you do, you won't feel uneasy anymore. She'd been following that single lesson to the letter ever since she moved?
私は今まで自分が感じた感情、すべて計測して定義しました。でも、
It seemed as if Yotsuko was looking for words in the night
浅永
sky.
君の存在だけは うまく定義できない。あなたを計測できていないんです。
What do you mean, my existence? So that means you brought me to England to measure me?
そうかもしれない。
I mean, get out your ruler, baby. That's a pretty mean obsession you've got there. You'll be a good scientist, Yotsuko.
でも330年もの時を超えてしまうのは想定外でした。
I mean, yeah, it'd be weird if this was part of your calculations, okay?
こんな風に朝永くんを困らせるつもりはなかった。
I mean, nobody saw this coming, right? Right, Yotsuko? This wasn't part of your plan? It's not your fault,
ケン
Yotsuko.
ブリッジに連れてきたのは私です。
And I decided to come. I wanted to see Grandpa
そう
too.
ですか。
I wanted to see him and tell him directly that I can't be like him, and I'm quitting
朝永
science.
くんはおじいさんを超える科学者になれます。
Can I? I feel like I'm like living in his shadow, you know? I won't. There's no one in the world that knows it better than
分
me.
かってない。
Leave it for now. It doesn't matter. And we don't have time to be worrying about it.
そうですね。
I mean, technically, right? Although it would require us to rewrite history, we could become like the best, smartest scientists right now, right? Like, wait, fuck. When was Einstein born, right? I think 1687. I'm pretty sure that's before Einstein. I could be wrong, but I think it is, right? If we just suddenly start writing down E equals MC squared everywhere, E equals MC squared by what was his name? Shuji, that's what it is, right? E equals MC squared by Shuji. And then like later in the future they're gonna find it out, and instead of Einstein getting any credit for it, I will have been the first one to invent E equals MC squared. Yeah.
私たちがこの時代のこの場所に来たことに何か意味があるんでしょうか。
But yeah, we can technically do that with a lot of things, right? Just all the formulas that are known to current day 2017, or that was discovered after 1687. We can just take all of the credit for it now and just quote unquote invent it now. The choker dangling from Yotsuko's neck, the key that Grandpa gave to her, was what activated the time machine and brought us here, which means that Grandpa must have known about it as well, right? I really thought there must have been some meaning as to why Yotsuko had to come here. I was sure of it. That was what Grandpa wanted. Maybe. Hey, Yotsuko. I wonder where Grandpa might
お
be.
じいさんですか。
At first, I thought this was just one big prank my grandpa was pulling. That fire. Emi-san, the maid. Yeah. Our grandpa went through such trouble to make it seem like we traveled back in time. Everybody here is actually just actors. We actually moved to an entirely different place that makes it look exactly like as if it were 1687 without any electricity whatsoever. He went so far out of trouble to put us in a no signal Wi-Fi free zone as well, right? Just for a prank, for an elaborate punked episode. And the twin-tailed girl that happened to be there too. All of them extras paid by him to play a joke on us. Come on. And he would just disappear with a big grin on his face, as if nothing had ever happened. I was wondering if that would happen. Or if that would happen, and the whole situation would be over just like that. Among all the unrealistic things happening around me, that was the delusion my brain wanted to be true, I thought. Even if it's not a prank, I think he did plan this out. To some degree, yeah, he must have.
確かに偶然の重なりとは考えにくいですね。
But that would mean that our grandpa knows and knew of time travel, right? He somehow knew how to travel in time. And you're trying to convince me that I can be a better scientist than him? A guy who knows, maybe even invented time travel? Really, Yotsuko? After all, if we didn't have the key, the machine wouldn't have worked in the first
そうで
place.
したね。
Yotsuko touched the key that was swaying lightly at her neck. If there's any point to us, or at least you being here, Yotsuko, the one that gave it meaning was probably Grandpa. Grandpa somewhere out in this world, and he called you here, Yotsuko. Maybe that's it. Maybe Grandpa traveled back in time here, got fucking lost somehow, and he tried to somehow reach out to us. Although I have no idea how he was able to send Yotsuko a message from the year 1687. Or maybe he could have like set this up, right? Like imagine, okay, I'm gonna travel back in time, and then he sets up a mechanism somehow that like, okay, this letter with the key inside of it, this letter to Yotsuko will be sent a year after I leave to go back into the future. If I don't come back in time, the message will be sent. And that's kind of what happened. So Grandpa's been here longer than a year now already. He hasn't returned yet. So he set up that mechanism in order for us to rescue him. That seems more possible than him somehow in 1687 being able to send us a message in 2017. And it's not even just like a message like on piece of paper, right? He sent us a fucking key as well.
ちょっと待ってください。さっきからどうして私だけなんですか?
And the tickets, of course. How the fuck can you like get 2 fucking plane tickets in 1687? You can't go on like fucking Google and just like order 2 plane tickets in 1687, unless he saved his phone battery just for that moment, right? Kind of as I was thinking, for emergency, but then you would kind of need Wi-Fi, which is what he doesn't have, so never mind. Fuck.
おじいさんが朝永くんを差し置いて私だけを呼ぶわけがないじゃないですか。
Where did he call me though? The one that kept up with signs was you,
朝
Yotsuko.
永修一郎の孫はあなただけですよ。
Unable to find the words to answer her, I looked up at the night sky without saying a word. It was fine like that. Even if the chosen one was Yotsuko, that was fine by me. The one that continued Grandpa's work didn't have to be me. You'd need a person like Yotsuko to carry on a dream single-mindedly like that. Oh, bless you. Yotsuko let out a tiny sneeze. Seemed the way she sneezed hadn't changed from back then. Her personality had changed a whole lot though. It's more, measured. It's about time we head back.
そうですね。
Alright, let's get back inside. There were no clocks in the rooms. I took the smartphone out of my pocket. The battery had 17% left. See? This is what I tell you. You should have shut that thing off, dude. When it ran out, I wouldn't be able to check the time anymore. We had to hurry. Then, tomorrow, although the battery depletes probably a whole lot less faster in this day and age, right? Because none of the apps are actually running that deplete your battery a shit ton. Yotsuko's view drifted towards the notebook on the desk. Oh, that's what you picked up at the dome's
そうで
entrance.
したか。
Yotsuko took the notebook and flipped the pages. At first, she cruised through the thing, but the pace of her hand gradually slowed down. What is it? Yotsuko kept on steadily flipping through the pages without answering me. Her hand stopped on a certain page, and the always expressionless Yotsuko looked even more absent-minded than
そ
usual.
うか。1687年。テンブリッジ大学。
Yep.
いるんですね。本物の彼がこの場所に。
He, or should I say she, we don't know, right? Or at least I'm pretty sure they're not aware that Alice is supposed to be Newton, right? But yeah, the person, the real Isaac Newton should be here somewhere. Person? Surprised by Yotsuko's reaction, I took a look at the notebook too. The last page was almost completely blank. There was a signature in the lower right corner, clearly written in cursive writing. Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton? That one? The one and only. The Apple guy? Are you talking about Steve Jobs, dude? Wrong Apple guy.
Principia の発売年。
Principia.
ニュートンが記した第二の聖書と呼ばれる近代科学を切り開いた書。
That's what Grandpa had said. Principia was a big deal. Yeah, big deal. That summed it up. I didn't really know the details, but I remember the gleam in Grandpa's eyes when he told us how impressive it was. The name was really cool and sounded like some sort of spell. Abracadabra Principia! That's why it was my favorite word as a kid. The reason I know about the first book Isaac Newton ever published was because Grandpa told me about it 7 or 8 years prior. Newton is here? Like, close by? Should be. He's closer than we think. I would really have liked to meet the guy. Wait a moment. That telescope was a Newtonian one, wasn't it? The device in the underground dome, perhaps the time machine, was a reflective telescope, like the one Newton invented. That cabin was the studio Newton used, right? Then the one that made that time machine was Newton.
ありえない。相対性理論もないのに、そんなことがあるわけが。
Yeah, but sometimes you invent something without even knowing what the fuck it exactly is at that period in time. But it's Newton, one of the greatest scientists in history. He might know at least a little bit. No?
一理あるかもしれません。
He's gotta be the answers, right? He's gotta have our answers to the questions that we have. How about we try looking for Newton?
そうですね。史実では今、ニュートンは教授職についているはずです。
A professor? Alright, let's ask Emi-san right
もう寝
away.
てると思いますけど。
Fuck, tomorrow morning? Alright, then let's ask her tomorrow morning. I felt like I could see a little glimmer in the dark. And would we really get to meet Newton? Think you can sleep well? I don't know, at the prospect of meeting Isaac Newton?
どうでしょう。でも、明日も屋根があるところで寝られるとは限りませんもんね。
That's right. Let's get ready for tomorrow.
おやすみなさい、朝永くん。
Good night, Yotsuko. I lay down to rest as well.